Welcome to the 14th installment of Renee and Daryl's Walt Disney World Honeymoon. I'm Renee.
And I'm Daryl. For those of you joining us for the first time, we're a middle-aged newlywed couple planning our honeymoon to the world during the 2019 Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. I do need to disclose that I have Disney Stock and Retirement Fund, and I'm a Disney Visa card holder. We're currently planning to stream these vlogs most Wednesday nights, and most of the time that's going to be right here from my Geo Gearheads podcast studio.
So tonight we're going to talk about 360 videos.
Yeah, we played a little bit with this when we were out at Disneyland with what was really my first 360 video capable camera, which is the Ricoh Theta S. Great little camera, but the thing that we discovered with this one is the 1080p that this does for the videos really isn't enough resolution.
No, it was very confusing to watch as well.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just it's not enough resolution. So that's why we eventually upgraded. But the thing with the Theta S was this is a nice form factor for doing the ride-through videos because it fits nicely in the hand and you can hold it like this. Granted, you get the hand in the shot because it's 360.
Which makes it kind of weird to watch.
We should probably start by defining what the 360 is, because it just occurred to me a lot of people watching probably don't realize what's going on.
So regular video, like some people do their vlogs and they video places they've been or they're at, which is cool to watch because you can see what's going on, but they have to move or have a selfie stick or something.
Well, yeah, the whole point is that you take it, just even your phone works really well for the 360 videos. And with a phone, you're like looking into a window. So you're not supposed to watch the entire 360 video at once. You're watching just one little window into it. So the actual video is 360 degrees in both directions. So all the way around and all the way up and over. So you can go flip over and watch it depending on the player.
Right.
And
some players make it really confusing though.
Yeah, they do. And this is not the 3D 360s or even the 3Ds. And there's even a 180 thing that YouTube has been pushing, which is
that
cool.
Kind of like panorama?
Yeah, it's a panorama, but again, you're in a window so you can pan around. It's great for things like stage performances because you get to pan from side to side.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a different type of thing.
The thing that took me a lot when watching them, it took me a minute to get used to this because I have bad depth perception at best. So like with my phone, I'm like, okay, what am I watching? This is a really strange looking thing. But then I realize if you actually move with it, you get to look around as if you're in that spot.
So really,
and even better with the
glasses,
viewer,
which we'll talk about in a minute too. Yeah. But really what we're going to talk about in this video is playing these 360s through YouTube. We're obviously playing this on YouTube. It's, in my opinion, the easiest, well-viewed way to post those and share them. So with the web player or the phone player, you use the accelerometer. And hi, we've got Larry and Ray. I like that, Ray joining us. But the you pan around the frame using the accelerometer, so you just hold it up, and it's like you're looking into a window and getting the visualization of the world. Now, of course, it's you're recording from your point of view. You can still get the 360, but you can't move like forward and back. Some of the players actually let you zoom in. And I think even the YouTube video will let you zoom in.
Oh, that's cool.
Not that there's a whole lot to see there. Yeah, not especially off this.
Well, what about like when we were doing the It's a Small World? That's you. Oh, we do have that one.
That's one of them. That's I think public on the channel. I should actually go back and look.
You should.
I didn't. I grabbed 5 of the videos. Those are the ones that are linked in the description.
Oh.
That's
not on there.
4 of them are not ones that are public, and part of the reason is I didn't think they were good enough, and also some of these ones I got the copyright notice after I uploaded them.
Oops.
So they weren't taking them down, but I couldn't monetize. Not that I was planning on monetizing them, but they were going to throw ads on top of the videos, which I thought on a 360 would be bad.
Probably. So
yeah, this is not something new. This has been out for a long time. The problem is you need the special hardware,
right,
which is the next part of it. For the cameras, typically for a consumer camera, you're dealing with something that's just 2 lenses. So on the Theta S, it's really easy to see here. You've got the front lens and the back lens, and it internally stitches it together. They're a little bit usually wider than 180 degrees, and then it just takes that and stitches it and makes it a continuous image. So those parts of the frame that are at the edge are a little lower resolution, sometimes a lot lower, depending on the stitching, but it gives you that full frame that you get to pan around.
Right.
And there are professional cameras that do more than the 2 lenses. There are some that just do 4. There are some that will do 6.
Don't some of them have more
some
ocular,
of them are well, some of them are really insane with I think the first of the GoPro rigs that was available open source was something like 16 cameras.
All in like the little globe type thing that could.
Well, that wasn't the globe.
That wasn't the globe.
There were some of these consumer grade ones that were like toss it in the air. There's all kinds of different 360 cameras, but tonight we're talking about the ones that we have. And I got into this for a while and still enjoy it, but haven't been doing too much of it. So the Theta S was the first one that I got, and I didn't get it to do video. I got it because I wanted a 360 still camera. That's really cool in its own right, because for things like the remodeling that we had to do on the bathroom, you drop the picture, you get the whole thing in one shot, you can pan around, you get to look at it. Those have enough detail even off this camera, and most of the cameras have not really improved that much as far as the stills. It's all been trying to improve the video quality.
But it was really cool, like when we were doing the bathroom and trying to show people what we were doing as we were doing it, especially when there was absolutely nothing in the bathroom and you can see downstairs too. Yeah. That was kind of weird.
So yeah, lots of coolness with that for just that kind of stuff.
I'm trying to see. Oh, we have the butterfly house. So it doesn't look right until you actually go in. Is that
right? Well, okay, and that's the important part that we kind of skipped over with the viewers. If you're not watching through something that supports it, you get this really weird, wacky view. Like when we've watched some of the 360s from Walt Disney World accidentally on the television, it's really distorting, really disorienting, because most of the time what you have is wherever they're walking in front of you kind of moves forward, and then it disappears behind you in weird ways, and just it's hard to watch.
So I don't know if they could see it. This is actually one that I did. I just realized because it's on my engagement ring in it. Okay. So it's, let me see.
Yeah,
I'm far away.
Tiny world mode.
So, we're in tiny world mode. You can see my hands. And this is the weird part, because this is when you're actually looking down, because I was holding it. Well, it's actually one hand that you're seeing twice. So it's kind of weird. But if you've ever been to the butterfly house, let me turn this a little bit, or do you want to use your arms? Because you can reach closer. No, I mean, use your finger to pan so you can see it. And you can go up and down. Whoops. So you're, whoops.
As I go into the wrong mode.
So if you can go up and down as if you're looking on the ceiling or around somewhere in there, you'll see my niece. I realize she's in there if you pan around because she was standing next to me. Now you're sideways. How did you do that? Okay. So look, so you can go see. I don't know what I can. It's really weird looking at it there, and you can pan closer.
Well, it's going to be really hard for people to see that in the video. So the best thing to do is really go to one of those links and play with it for yourselves. Yeah, the phone is.
Or Ray, I'll show you this tomorrow.
The phone is really the easiest way to do this because it does have the accelerometer. You can just pan around manually if you want. You can look up, down, side. It doesn't matter which orientation you turn the phone. It's going to give you a taller view if you go upright. It's going to give you a wide view. Well, yes.
No, I know. It's really cool, though.
Getting back to the cameras, one of the other cameras that I ended up getting after we did that Disneyland experience was the Gear 360 or Gear 360 2017 edition. So again, this one has those two lenses. It is one of the most bizarre form factors, but it ends up working really, really well.
Kind of looks like Baymax.
It's a weighted base so that it does, I'm not going to be able to get it to work right on my hand, but it does let you sit there. You've got the tripod mount, so you can get little adapters to drop it on the tripod. And really what you want to do is more like a selfie pod, selfie monopod with the tripod base if you're going to do that, which I like to carry around. And unfortunately, because it's like a selfie stick, they're not going to let us take it into the parks.
Right.
So I'm going to mostly end up hand holding something like this. And this one is nice because it has the little spaces that you can kind of tuck your fingers into. It is a 4K camera, but what we discovered when we actually started using it is the 4K doesn't really work. It's fine if you have low movement, but it's...
So the train was even though too fast, right? Isn't that the one you took on the train?
Yeah. If we're... and one of the things we like to do for a lot of these videos was take them over to the zoo and ride the train and look what it's...
or Greenfield Village.
Yeah, and look what comes off of it. And this we get a lot of tearing with. If you drop it down to, I think it's 2.7K, it actually comes out pretty nice. Yeah. So I like this camera, and it's a good, cheap little camera. So this is the one that I think I really recommend for most people who want to get started with it. It still has the SD card slot. Now, well, micro SD, which the Theta S was lacking. Now there is a new Theta V, but I think it's actually supposed to be pronounced 5. But that Theta V,
or like the movie, maybe it's the TV show.
Yeah, is a little bit more expensive.
Right.
I think it's actually a lot more expensive.
It's a lot more expensive.
But what about I still like those cameras.
The GoPro Omni? I don't.
Yeah, the GoPro.
It's expensive.
Is the GoPro also has a GoPro Fusion, which is one of these
you
two
could put
lenses.
On your head when you're going?
They've disbanded. No, it's not. They've disbanded their entire 360 team, as I hear.
Okay.
So I would not touch anything at this point that's GoPro 360 stuff, because you don't know that it's going to have any support.
That's true.
Now, more recently, like just a year ago, I've got the Insta1 or Insta360 The name of the company is Insta360. And this is actually the second camera I had from them. But the first one was really kind of wonky. Nice camera, but kind of wonky because it had to dock to an iPhone. Well, this one still connects to the iPhone. So you can do live streaming from these, which I've tried. We've done a few. It needs a little bit more horsepower. Or not horsepower, but bandwidth. Than we've been able to get through LTE. But it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. The weird thing with the Insta1 is all of the Insta360s. I keep calling Insta1. Right. But the Insta360s is it has the offset lenses there. I don't understand that, but it is very cool.
How does it hook to the iPhone? Because now you have to hold your iPhone upside down, right?
Yeah, you have to hold the iPhone upside down, and it has its own app. So it's just a lightning connector. And they have adapters for the Android phones as well. So you can use it on Android. And
it's connected.
Yep, it's connected, and it's going to fire up the app. If it's
app not installed.
Oh, there you go.
I never used it on this phone. I haven't had this phone as long as we've had that camera. I haven't used it.
But yeah, you haven't used this one. You had the other one.
Right.
So one of the other cool things about this is it slides down into this.
I really like that
little
part.
Container, but it's also a little stand.
Right.
And because it connects to your phone, they have a little slot that you can fit the iPhone into. Not in the case, really, but you can put the iPhone into it.
If you're not...
I don't think this would even work with the iPhone 10s.
Oh, is it too thick?
It's a little too thick, yeah. And they can't make it.
But this one is the one that kept turning itself off, right? Is that the one that kept turning itself off?
No, the problem that I had with this one is when you're actually using it, it has one button. So if you're not using it on the camera or on the phone, you have just one button, and it's a little bit tricky to use. And I kept going and taking stills,
right,
rather than taking video.
Exactly.
So,
but
and it's not a good form factor to hold. It's a nice camera.
It is nice, but it's a little weird. So we're hoping the next one's better. We're a week before Hanukkah. Not quite. Hanukkah's in like 5 days. So happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
And it's still wrapped.
Yep. And
excuse the bad wrapping. I didn't do it myself.
The brand new Insta360 One X. And this one is designed more for hand holding. So I'm excited to see what this one ends up with. It's basically the camera I just showed, but it has some extra controls, and it has the LCD. Actually, I think it's LED to let you know what it's doing.
And I'm actually really excited to get the accessories.
One of the accessories for this one is called the Drifter. It's kind of like
looks like a Nerf football.
Yeah, that you put it into and you toss it. And that's one of the other things we found out early on, is that most of these 360 cameras don't have very good image stabilization. So it's tough to watch. And you'll see that in the videos we shot at Disneyland. If you go check out some of the other stuff on my YouTube channel, there are more 360s there. That's pretty much all I've been doing on the personal YouTube channel for a while, was 360s.
That's true.
Not that there's a lot there, but there's some good ones. You know what? I don't think I actually made the video inside the popcorn machine public.
You didn't? Oh, that was a fun one.
Yeah, it was, but it didn't work right. It was fun, not good.
Right. And it also got steamy in there, so it was a little bit difficult.
But the Insta360 ones, both this and the one that I showed earlier, the X and the original, are very good with their stabilization. And they've actually improved it even since I got it. So this is the One X. And I just noticed now this actually doesn't have those weird offset lenses.
Oh, nice. This is really the first time we've seen it in person, because they had it for pre-order, or they had it announced that there was a pre-order. And luckily, I think I pre-ordered it maybe an hour before they announced that they were sold out of the pre-orders. So. Well,
this is interesting. It has a sticker on the bottom. Please use a micro SD card of the speed class V30 or above to ensure normal recording. I'm not sure what V30 is. I'll have to look that up.
What's it called?
V30. So again, it has the SD card, oops, wrong camera, SD card slot at the bottom with the tripod adapter. But this one, again, is a lot easier to hand hold than most of the other ones have been. It's not going to sit on the ground well, unlike the Gear 360, which is the only one that actually sits on the ground well. But it's got the buttons and a nice little display to help you through it. Charges USB-C again, or USB, micro USB. And it has a replaceable battery, which is a big thing.
That is really nice.
So I'm really excited to take this to the park because I can get a second battery. I don't necessarily need a second charger, the external charger, because what I plan to do is just take 2 batteries. We'll see what it actually does. But take the 2 batteries, charge one, swap it out, charge the other one, so that I don't have to take all that extra gear.
If you had 3, because the external battery charger, as I was talking to the guy at the camera place, very cool camera place, by the way, it looks kind of like a toaster. It's little, but it takes 2 batteries at once, and they pop up like the toaster.
And this actually is using a lot of the technology from, and even similar accessories from their higher end Pro line. And they have some amazing little pros.
Something extreme.
It actually says, well, it's a SanDisk one, which I actually have a SanDisk one, but it actually says V30. I don't think I've seen that. And it
says for fax station and record more 4K UHD and full HD videos.
Oh, interesting. It has this little
oh, that's cute.
pouch with a strap.
Not as nice as the thing you want that goes off your back, but
no.
It's pretty cool. At a glance,
phone,
it's ideal for 4K, ultra high def, and full high definition video.
Right. Well, and that's going to be a factor
speeds
with
up to 100.
Yeah, it's going to be a factor with any of these. Is you have to have a camera.
I don't know. Oh, it's shock, temperature, water, and X-ray proof.
Well, that's not anything to do with the speed, though.
But I know, but I'm just saying, I don't know if that's what they're saying you should.
No, because the V30 is the speed. And what they're saying is basically you have to have
a
card that will support the throughput required.
Okay.
And we've got our funky little computer cables charge.
Okay.
And it is funky.
It is funky.
And we've got the phone cables. Oh, this is bizarre. Okay, so instead of having the little pop out, now what they're doing is you have these cables to go from the camera to the appropriate phone. So this I like much better than having it directly connected, because among other things, I can hold the phone in a less crazy position if I'm going to do live streaming. And Larry says the Speed Class V is something new for SD cards.
Here's the drifter. It looks kind of like a rocket ship. Somewhere between a rocket ship. Can you see this? I can't tell.
No, because you're holding it to the wrong camera too.
Oh, sorry. It looks somewhere between a rocket ship and a Nerf football. And if you actually... Do they have the video with it? How does this work?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to show that on here, though.
No?
No.
I shouldn't, or I can't?
You shouldn't really be able to show it.
Okay.
It's not going to be visible.
So you actually just throw it.
You throw it like you would kind of a football to someone else, because you don't want it landing on the ground. But then you get this really cool, like, aerial view of stuff. So I would love to see that, not tossed like that, but wouldn't you love seeing something like a drone,
right,
which you can attach the 360s to a drone, do the flyover of the lagoon at World Showcase,
which I've never really seen. So I'm just guessing I've seen it from the videos, and it's pretty cool. So I'm looking for the here. See, it looks like a toaster.
So battery going in, and let's see if it even turns on. It flashed.
It means the battery's
I think
low.
the battery's toast. So we have to charge the battery.
So we need to put it in the toaster.
Yeah. Well,
we don't have one.
Yeah. Except it doesn't need a toaster.
We don't have a toaster yet. What else? There was another thing that was really cool. The drifter, though, it's really cool because, like, you can throw it and it'll still 360 all the way around the torpedo.
Well, and it has the bullet time stuff where you actually take V30 equals 30 megabytes a second, according to Larry, but I'm not sure what the what was it, V30?
Yeah, it says V30.
Okay. So yeah, it just has to be a 30 megas a second card. And I actually have the card sitting over there, but I can't reach it. Renee can reach it though. And
it's an Ultra, but I can't tell what it says on there. So I don't think it's a V30.
A1. I'm not sure what A1 is. But it's a class 10, which is all I realized we needed. But it's Ultra, which should actually be, I think, better. But maybe I'll just end up getting a new card. They're on sale all the time anyway.
That's true. Huh. Thank you to Amazon or Best Buy or all those things.
Interesting.
Wasn't there another accessory? There was the bike thing, the toaster, the torpedo. I mean, I have new names for them all.
Okay. Included in the Insta One or the Insta 1X, Insta 360 1X, is this bullet time thing. So what you do is screw this into the bottom of the camera. You've got the loop on the end, and you just spin this around your head.
Wait, you just hold it up and spin it around?
Uh-huh. And it's for the high speed mode, and then you slow that down.
Oh, you mean like this? Like a lasso spin it?
Correct.
With the camera?
Yes.
That sounds...
That's their bullet time thing.
I'm pretty sure I would hit something or hit... I don't think that's safe.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Really, for not me. It's definitely not safe for me. But
so yeah.
And if I was, I'd probably hit you in the head with it.
Well, and they actually have a better thing where this is their invisible selfie stick, I think is what they call it. So
that's from the other one, right?
They have a different one. No, that's from the Insta-1, but it's the same for the Insta-1 and this one.
Or you screw it on there? Yeah,
you screw it on the top. And because of its placement, it just knows to kind of mask this out when it does its...
Oh, that's cool. So does it mask stitching. The whole thing and your hand out too?
Because your hand's far enough away, it disappears.
Oh, that's good.
That's kind of my
because my hand looked really weird in the other video.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with holding on to it. That's why you really want to hold it on like a selfie stick, but selfie sticks aren't allowed. So
is that allowed? That looks like a weapon.
This is not a selfie stick.
What is it?
I mean, it is a selfie stick, but it's a selfie stick.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know how you'd tell them I need this. Well, maybe I could tell them it's my walking stick. It's short.
But yeah, you can't use the
yeah, I could use this as
selfie sticks in the park. They're not allowed.
They're not allowed, right? No. So I can tell them it's a walking stick if it would stop moving, because it's about my height as a walking stick. I mean, look,
I don't think they're going to buy that.
Why not? What does it look like to you?
Well, especially with the maybe
well, if they don't look at the screw on the bottom, it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's got the tripod sockets, so it doesn't really work.
Okay, here.
But in any case, so what I want to try to do is this new camera, get some of the on-ride footage again. This has much better stabilization, so it's going to be a lot more viewable. It's 5.2 or 5.6, something like that, megapixel or K image. So it's better than 4K, which means it's going to be a lot easier to look at.
I hope so.
And
I mean, from the videos I've seen from the demos, it looks super cool.
Oh, it does, yeah. And
clear.
I would love to get something like the Oculus Go, not the Rift, not the...
No, it's pretty cool. We've seen those too.
Yeah, just because that's something that's completely self-contained. We've used the Viewmaster, which is using the Google Cardboard system. And that's nice. That really does pretty nice. Help,
and then you put your phone in there instead of,
Yeah, it's just a simple holder that you drop a phone into.
So
same thing with some of the other systems, like the Daydream does that. But, Samsung has the viewers that work with it as well.
But the Oculus Go is the one you
The Go is the one that makes the most sense as a viewer. And it's only a couple $100. It's not too bad.
It's not that bad. And you can use that one on the airplane too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that...
Yeah. One of its selling points is you use it as the virtual screen, and it supports Netflix and that stuff. So you can do it on the train. You can do it on the plane.
I just can imagine being the person next to that person, and they're all like, on the sitting next to me, not knowing what they're reaching out for. That would...
Well, yeah, that one's more of a viewer. It's not a player.
Okay. Oh, I see.
You're just supposed to watch stuff.
Okay.
So that's, I guess, as far as we're going to go with this one, because we've been talking for way too long.
Okay. Maybe next time we'll show you, or we'll connect some to our to our channel.
Upload the videos from this one.
Yes, because we haven't used it. Literally, it just came out of the box today.
Yep. Yeah,
I was going to hold off till next week, but we decided to.
Yeah, because we did the 360 tonight, it made sense.
Right.
But yeah, I do like the feel of it. I can't turn it on to. Actually, I probably could turn it on now. Now that it's plugged in.
Does it work while it's plugged in? I don't think it does.
I think it does.
It's not blinking. That red light is still just staying on.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it's doing. I have to read up on it and see what's going on.
Brand new. So hopefully we'll get some of the accessories before it's time to go.
One of the things I noticed, it has the light here in here. So
you know it's working.
Well, I think it's kind of cool because you've got the recording lights basically on both sides.
That is nice. Because before, when you thought it was on, the other one, when you thought it was on and it wasn't on.
OLED.
OLED.
Yep.
Is it recording?
No SD card.
Oh.
So it can't. Oh, it has. Oh, that's probably Bluetooth. It has a little Wi-Fi symbol on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So I know a lot about this camera, but I by no means know all of it.
And it's different when you read it and then when you try to play with it. So
yeah, well,
there's more to learn.
I started with the Theta S, which was a great little camera, but it's not well-rounded feature-wise. Now they're adding cool features that I have no use for whatsoever, like bullet time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're improving the interface, and I really get the feeling we're going to see some really nice cameras in another couple of years. But right now, I think this is the best of the cameras, and we didn't see a 2018 model from Samsung of the Gear 360. We've seen some of the 360 makers drop out.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows what's to come. But Insta360 is a very well-received, well-noted company. They're doing some of the best work out there.
Right. If you have a chance, check out anything on Insta360. This is the 1X, and they have tons of videos that, for their selling point, because it's very newly released.
Okay, so before we go, for all of our geocaching friends,
fun stuff.
We got the grab bags from geocaching.com. These are the Halloween grab bags.
They say trick or treat.
Of trackables.
It's a little late, but that's okay.
So, of course, she gets the purple one because it's purple.
It's purple. I like unboxing or bagging. It's fun. Unbagging.
So what do we get? I have
an envelope.
Oh, one of the Halloween coins. Or not coins, but the tags, the trackable tags.
The dressed up...
a little Cedo charm. Without the actual charm attachment.
Cool.
A boring old travel bug dog tag. A decoder key ring. So this is for ROT 13.
I need that. Oh, sorry. Because I understand it, but I'm not good at it. A what?
Hippogriff.
What is
from
that?
From the Mystic Creature set.
Excuse me. I'd be right back.
And a doggy.
You got a doggy?
I have a Lego doggy.
Oh, very cool.
It's not Lego. Oh. She drops her coins in for. Oh, you got one of the
envelope.
Cards.
Yeah. You can open it.
So they have a few of these as options, like a happy birthday. I think they have a Merry Christmas or something.
We got happy birthday ones? Is that
I got some happy birthday ones when they had those. And we were actually giving them to
people.
Well, to our
to the kids.
Niece and nephew and stuff.
Yeah.
And this one's just a thank you card.
Very cool. Oh, hi, Signal. Okay. So I'm going to go in a backwards order and say, I got a travel bug. Always cool, but, pretty basic.
Boring.
Pretty boring. Boring. Blech.
Boring.
Can't talk. It's late. I got from the planet. I don't.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think that might be Jupiter.
What planet is this? Anyone?
Mercury?
Isn't Mercury? Well, maybe.
Let me see.
I don't know. But from
Mars.
I'm not sure what this one is.
Oh, that's the Kraken.
What's a Kraken?
Kraken's the mystical underwater thing that eats everything.
Oh,
how's that for a description, guys?
Is that from this series? Yes,
that's from
the mythical series? Yep. What is this one?
That's a hippogriff. See, this is Mars.
It's like an eagle with a Taurus tail. Oh, I'm mixing up my games. But look at his tail. It's like a Taurus.
It's not Pokemon Go.
Okay, fine. And then I got a cool signal charm. Okay, so I can't reach that far and the light is in my face. There you go. And then this by far is cool. Muertos.
Oh, yes.
This is very cool. I just want to carry it as a keychain. It is super cool. Okay. And all it says is dead. Muertos. No, but from Day of the Dead, from that. It's really nice.
All
okay.
Right.
So I think that's going to wrap it up today. We all both have presents to open. Yay. All right. So thank you for watching, especially those of you watching live and sending us comments in the chat. If you have more to share after the live show, please drop those in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to the channel. click on that little bell icon to get notifications when we go live.
And we should be back next week. We don't know for sure.
It is Hanukkah, but I don't think we're doing anything.
We're not doing anything on Wednesday. So we'll probably be able to do a show. Don't know what we're going to talk about if we do. We're still shooting for My Disney Experience app because we got to learn about that.
We do.
It all depends on if we get time to sit down and watch videos and play with the app some more this weekend. Time is not a luxury that we've had lately, but hopefully we'll have a chance to do that because we really need to figure out how that stuff works.
Yes, we do.
Because the 90-day window is coming up before too long, which I think is actually 60 days when we get to book the fast passes. But
is it? I thought it was 90. Else. Well, some things we can do is 60 and some are 90, and I'm very excited that it's very soon.
So yeah, we're getting excited.
Yes.
We need the vacation.
I told somebody that we were, very much. I told someone we were going on our honeymoon. She's like, when did you get married? I'm like, a year ago.
I had a coworker out of Chicago that was in last week say, you got married recently? I'm like, well, kind of. It was over a year ago, but
well, it is still kind of recently. Then I had to do
that whole explanation.
1 year compared to
what was it? Like episode 7 or 8 that we did the.
What 1 year compared to 11, right? Back when I was 18.
However, I was like 1 year compared to 11. What?
We've known each other since I was 18.
Right. But we haven't been dating that long.
No, we have not. You even explained it best to Jack. Sometimes things are worth waiting for. That was so awesome because then he goes like waiting 25 years for your first date. So leave it to my family and sarcasm. That was awesome. And he was only 16 at the time. 17.
I think it was 17.
It's still really funny. It was really funny. And that was really funny.
All right. Thanks again, guys. And hopefully we'll see you next week.